Well, your old pal Snippy is still around. I'm still alive. I'm kind of sort of on a little out of town, basically kind of a little business trip, if you will. Snippy doesn't normally do business trips, but this was something I needed to do. So the videos over the next several days will probably be far and few in between. But I did want to let you know I am still here and I am still alive, and I'm watching the crypto market. Of course, you got to look at least once a day, right? And it's Bitcoin's $3,900, Litecoin's $29. That guy that told me 38, his friend's whatever guy's new target is lower than that. I'll tell you that much. I did share it with my patrons, but you know, the thing is, it doesn't necessarily mean it'll be dead on, spot on, because, you know, like he said the first time, he's talked about, you know, Bitcoin might hit 15 or 16K, and then it hit 20. You know, so he's off by a few $1,000s. I mean, that's a sizable amount to be off by, you know, honestly, but nonetheless, it's still valuable information. And he called $38, and then as soon as it hit 38, he actually, my guy, you know, so to speak, called me on the phone and said, he's like, oh yeah, he's got a new target, and it's lower than 29. I'll tell you that much. So I will tell you one thing. I told my patrons I just bought 21 Litecoin at $32, and with a bit of anticipation of the market going lower, I'm holding off to get a little bit more, a little bit cheaper. And if it didn't happen, well, at least I got some at 32, kind of a thing. So it is what it is. I mean, I know you don't want me to come out here every single time. Well, the market's down today, let me go do a video. Market's down today, let me go do another video. I mean, I've said what I have to say. You know, you either understand this stuff, the technology, where it's going, how it's going to be used, all that stuff, or you don't. You know, and people, I will make an interesting point. You know, people are like, well, you know, one breath, this is the new world order currency. It's the, you know, it's the Phoenix Rising and the 1988 Economist magazine cover, and it's like, but then they talk about, well, it's the end of crypto, it's going to crash, and in the same breath, it's like, well, hold on. If this is new world order currency type system, they want to use crypto, why would they crash it down to zero and just make it completely worthless? They need people, for example, like me and a lot of others who feel good about crypto and talk good about crypto. They need us. And if they're destroying the prices to where there's nothing left, we're not going to be coming out here talking about it. So when the day comes where they say, hey, we're going to blockchain technology to issue currency, we're going to be screaming from the top of the roofs. No, that, you know, it's crazy. Look what happened to the other one. You know, doesn't make sense, does it? I'll give you my personal opinion as to what I think is happening. And I think, again, all this tether was created out of nothing. They've never, ever proven that they have the dollars to back it. They would need over $2.5 billion to back each tether. Each time we try to look in there, they have an audit. Never happens. They got this shady law firm company, deep state guy running it, you know. Well, we can say on this day that we did see that, you know, they didn't, you know, the thing wasn't even signed right. Like, it's unbelievable. So if you have a printing press, basically counterfeiting, you can counterfeit money. And you can counterfeit money for cryptocurrencies only. So you counterfeit this money, and this money is good to buy cryptos. So you print as much money as you want, and then you go out and buy the cryptos. And you buy a bunch of cryptos. And you do this over the period of almost a year. Call it December 2017 till now, which is almost December. We'll call it a year. And you've been buying and buying and buying. Sell off a little bit, buy some more, whatever's happening. And you've accumulated quite a bit with all this fake money. You really don't care if the price was $6,000, $7,000, $4,500, $3,900. Really meaningless to you when you realize I've created all of this out of thin air. And let's say they've got tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin and other coins in their possession, all for free. And now they're deciding, for whatever reason, it's time to cash in. And I say now as in the last, let's call it 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks. It's really time to cash in. They don't care what happens. They're not looking at all their portfolios down. No, it was free. It's free money. So maybe they're cashing in because they realize the end of Tether is coming soon. And the party's going to be over. So it's time to cash out now. Let the destruction happen, and then whatever, wherever the chips fall, so to speak, they fall. And then you and I wait. Okay, now there's a market recovery. These bad guys they're out of the way, etc. So again, I try to come out here and tell you like it is. Be positive. Me being positive because I've got laser vision where I'm like positive in my mind where this is going. We've seen tons of sell-offs constantly over the years. This is not anything new, except we do have Tether now. So it could be hit harder. That's all. Which also means when it goes back up, it could go up significantly higher. You know how they always bounce back harder. So, again, in 2 days from now, if the price goes even lower, for example, if my whatever, target is hit, yes, it would be lower than 29. It would still be in the 20s, I'll tell you, but it would be quite a bit lower. I don't have to come on again. Oh, hey guys, Jason up here. Look, I've said what I need to say at this point, but I do want to come out and just tell you I'm still alive. I'm just on a bit of a business trip. It's snippy. Like I've never really took a quote unquote business trip, but this is kind of a first for me. So, I'll be back in just a few days. But again, what I'm doing, and I'm just gonna be kind of busy out here, doing this thing, these meetings and things I got to go to, but. You may not have or see as many videos from me. I was looking at Zero Hedge today. There's some things going on in Syria. What's going on in Syria? And I started thinking, man, hey, is this the thing? Donald Trump, Michelle White Dove said he's going to get blamed for he's going to be seen as taking the wrong course of action on some kind of big event. We thought, well, this bombing thing, whatever it is, whatever it might be. Well, now we're hearing, Syria, they fired rockets. It was chlorine gas. Oh, here we go again. And all I think of was what she said. Trump will not take the right decision. He'll be seen as making the wrong decision, and they're going to set him up to be the fall guy. So I think when whatever that may be happens, should it happen, first of all, we'll know it once it happens. It's like, oh my gosh, that was it. Right now, it's just kind of speculative as to what might be it. Is it kind of happening? That kind of thing. So I don't really have any major news. I did see something else. Overstock is selling their company and going all in on crypto, some kind of crypto venture. I mean, insane. And at the same time, the company's stock rallies on that news 23%. In this market right now, as in the last couple of days, it's been down for sure, right? Their stock rallies 23% on that news. Now tell me that's not, ass backwards. Stock market already sucks. Crypto market's getting hit. So, there's no safe market right now. So, it is what it is. Again, my plan isn't here yet. It hasn't been a few years in crypto. So I'm glad that you're going to stay here on the sidelines. I'm doing other things, and that'll be it. So if any interesting things happen, I got some news to report. I'll bust out this old GoPro and give it to you. Take care.